Y'all, I got something that I want to talk about. And it's something that I keep seeing everywhere. And it's the whole conversation around why did Cassie stay? Why did she stick with this nigga for 12 years? Yada, 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 so on and so forth. And then I'm going to go give y'all my side of what I think. And then I want you motherfuckers to jump down in the comments section and let me know your stance on this. But first and foremost, let's preface this shit before we even go into it. I want y'all to understand that not everybody who y'all see getting their asses whipped is innocent. So we can't have the math problem be somebody got their ass beat equals they're innocent, right? We can't instantly say because one the other. Now, I also don't want y'all twisting this shit around and thinking that I'm saying that because she might be a trout map ass hoe or a gold digger, that she deserved to have her ass beat like an old Mexican pinata. That's not what I'm saying. So let me jump directly into what I think the situation was. Now, if any of y'all are old enough to remember, way back in the day in the early 2000s, Cassie had her little bop, or two, you've been waiting so long. She had a little hit. I think she did a couple of things in some movies or whatever. And then her career seemed to just immediately be over afterwards, right? This is what I think. I think Cassie's ass got into a relationship with Diddy based off of her trying to get her little career started, because she's already said before the career was even started, the first time she met this man, she sucked his dick. She put his whole meat in her mouth and sucked it up and down, and then she ended up with a 10 album deal with Bad Boy that only produced one motherfucking album. But what I really do think about this girl is she became accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle. And she didn't want to let that lifestyle go. That's the true reason why I believe this bitch stuck around with this nigga all this time. And then all these damning text messages, she's playing the victim and so on and so forth. But all these text messages, you love doing freak offs and so on and so forth. And you were cheating on the now husband, boyfriend, whoever it is that got you pregnant. You was still talking to Diddy saying that you missed this nigga while you was with this white man who think he done came through and was the great white savior. Cassie was a hoe. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. She was a hoe for sure. She was doing what she needed to do to live the lifestyle that she wanted to live until she got tired of what she had to do, right? The consequences of being a gold digging ass bitch. And who wouldn't get tired of? She's swearing up and down she had to fuck niggas left and right to the point to where she had sores in her throat and she always had UTIs, and so goes the way of the life of a whore, bitch. I mean, it just is what it is. But here's my thing about it. Your ass did what the hell you wanted to do all this time, and now you want me to jump in here and be the pity party for you. But the story that you telling don't line all the way up with what's going on, right? So you say all the time, back when you was fucking with him, you was high out of your mind, right? And we've all known or seen somebody who's been high out of their mind. But somehow you were high out of your mind, but also you can now sit here in court and tell every motherfucking detail of what happened way back then, right? Over 12 years of time you was with this nigga, and that ended back in 2018. You see what I'm saying? But you can remember every detail, right down to taking niggas nuts who you done fucked in front of your boyfriend. You taking these niggas nut, they done came, ejaculated, eat it, and then you was over there rubbing it on your boyfriend's nipples because he was a freak like that, right? You can remember all of that, but you was always so high out of your mind. I guess you're saying high out of your mind as a mechanic of you didn't have much control over what you was doing. Bullshit, bitch. Cause anytime I've known somebody who's been high out of their motherfucking mind, most of the time some people tell you, I don't remember none of that. But this bitch just so happened to have the gift of being high out of her mind and remembering every detail of being high out of her mind. That's a fucking superpower, ain't it? So my point is, I do not look at this girl as a victim. It takes two motherfuckers to make this type of fucked up situation. It took a gold digging ass hoe, and it took a little dick ass bitch ass nigga who has a power complex. It took two fucked up people to create a even bigger fucked up situation than either one of them alone could have created. You see what I'm saying? You wanted to sleep with the motherfucking devil, and now that you done got burned in your throat and your ass and your pussy, now you want us to come along and put the fire out. No, bitch, burn. Burn, because sometimes we have to suffer the consequences of our actions to learn a motherfucking lesson. And now she done switched up completely and jumped off with some white man, and she pregnant and so on and so forth. And I hope that this bitch finds her happily ever after, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and say that just because I seen this bitch getting dragged in the hallway, that now she just is immune from being a fuck ass bitch that do fuck ass bitch shit, and that we just gonna say, you know, she was a victim and he was a terrible person. Why can't they be terrible people? Is my question to y'all. So I want y'all to get down in the comment section and y'all let me know. Do y'all feel that Cassie was a gold digging asshole who was an opportunist, who took the opportunities that were in front of her, and maybe the opportunity that was in front of her didn't turn out exactly the way that she thought it would? You know, you don't sign a 10 album deal and release one and say that, you know, you had great success from, you know, sucking this man's dick and doing everything else that you did with him. Or do you believe that Cassie was a victim? She was taken advantage of, and she just had no control over this situation at all. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Until next time, this is Life According to Him. And to support the channel, all you got to do is like and subscribe. Bitch, it don't cost you a goddamn thing. I holla.